Happy Friday, I hope you're doing well. I just wanted to share something with you. I know that this is something that I feel super passionate about, especially recently, but this has been brought on by the news that SoulCycle in the US has just launched a talent agency for its own instructors, but I presume over time they're going to be launching it to other people in the fitness industry. And the reason this kind of really frustrated me when I read the actual story is because the one that I read, which is the comment that I've made on this post, is that fitness is now a marker of luxury, apparently. Fitness and well-being is now the marker of luxury. And fitness influencers are now more fashionable than fashion influencers. So it just deeply distresses me that SoulCycle is creating a talent agency for its top instructors, where they basically help them build their own personal brand and get more followers on social media and become influencers, and so they can charge £27,000 per post for a company. So the reason this triggered something in me is because I feel like these companies should have some level of social responsibility around, all this, influencers are just becoming more and more popular. And personally, for me, it's completely unregulated. A lot of them are doing it because it is fashionable. A lot of them are doing it because they're making a lot of money from it. And what happened to contribution? Contribution is now based on how many followers and likes you have, rather than the individual people whose lives you transform and touch and contribute on a one-to-one basis or a one-to-many, but not necessarily just being driven by the money and the likes that you have, but because you feel so passionate about making a difference to people's health and wellness. So SoulCycle, this was triggered by them, this talent agency, most of their instructors, by the way, or a huge majority of their instructors are actresses or actors, and were actresses and actresses first, and now they've, because fitness has just boomed and it is the most fashionable thing to be in now, they've gone into, being fitness models first of all, and now they're instructors because they know that will raise their profile and that everyone wants to be in with the next fitness instructor and all the Instagram stars and all that sort of stuff. So I just wanted to kind of read something that I read earlier on. This is coming from thedrum.com, and it was about some of the massive companies like P&G and Unilever using social influencers to promote their brand. So the Association of National Advertisers found that 75% of the marketeers, I used to be one of these by the way, currently work with influencers. That's 75% of marketeers work with influencers, and of that 43% plan to increase spending in the next year. Yet only 36% of them judge their influencer marketing efforts as effective, and 19% admitted they thought the money spent was ineffective. But you know why these companies are doing this over and over again? It's because everyone else is. It's an unregulated area. Instagram is the worst. It is an unregulated, especially in fitness and wellness. I've gone on about this before. Seeing some of the stuff that they punt out, some of them aren't personal trainers or nutritionists, and the advice they're pushing out and people are following is just, it's unethical, and it's not backed by any of their training. Like people like us, we've done years of training to an actual on the floor experience to try and help people become their best versions and their healthiest versions. But these people are just using Instagram to get money, and the companies are like just making the whole thing worse because of those statistics. It's not even working, yet 43% are still planning to up their spend with influencers next year. It's just, and then James and I, we get retreat emails, and James and I got an email the other day. There's actually a retreat now that you can go to, I think it was in Bali, where you go and it's all about social influencers. So you go on the retreat, you do a bit of yoga, but mainly you just learn how to massively accelerate your followers and make money out of it, which, by the way, I am not against. I'm really not against that. But making health and wellness a fashion statement and not having any regulations and having all these companies throw all their money at it and like have talent agencies to help them build their profile, make more money from it, you know, it's not helping. It's not helping the people that are looking at it, that are believing all this stuff. It's not helping, you know, everyone that wants to make a contribution, you know, feel like they're, you know, in lack if they don't have thousands and millions of followers. You know, we're each doing this because, you know, the people that we know, and James and I, we're doing this because it's our purpose. It is our purpose to make as many people as possible love themselves and love the body they're in and understand their body for themselves, not this one size fits all. And shame on these companies that are just throwing their money at these people in this unregulated way, where you can buy followers. You know, we've seen fitness retreats over here, you know, they've arrived on the islands and they've been here like 5 minutes and they've got 20,000 followers and they're like, yay, 20,000 followers. It's not possible. It's just not possible, and that's why it's completely unregulated. And, you know, unfortunately we've all been sucked into that feeling that, you know, someone must be really, really good if they've got lots of likes and that they've got lots of followers and that's their contribution. You know, that's our measure, is how fabulous they look on Instagram, you know, lovely photos and how many people have liked it. And that's it really. I just really wanted to share that SoulCycle's doing that, talent agency to help them build, you know, their profile so they can earn like 27,000 per post. I'm sure very many of them are good, but we need to start seriously having conversations about this, guys. We really, really do. It's damaging the good work that lots of other people do. And yeah, damaging potentially the lives of lots of other people where they feel like they're not good enough because they have to keep feeding the machine, feeding the followers, feeding this social media machine, rather than going within and going, this is my purpose, and who gives a crap about all these likes and the fashion. What's in fashion? Fitness is fashionable now, luxury fashion. Okay, that's my moan. Please, people, please, companies, stand up for this and stop 43% planning to increase their spend on influencers. Unregulated. Probably not even influencers.